What's up everybody, it's Joe with J Blake Photo, and today we're going to be talking about drones. So if you've been watching my channel from like the very beginning, one of the first videos that I did was about the DJI Spark. And in that video, I told my viewers, don't buy this drone. I didn't think that it was worth the hassle, specifically for all of the communication issues that I was having with it. Maybe I just had a faulty unit, but I literally posted a video called Don't Buy the DJI Spark. I cannot recommend this product. It got a lot of views, it got a lot of thumbs down, and that's fine. A lot of people love the Spark. I did not have a great experience, and when I purchased my Mavic Pro, I definitely was feeling a lot better about my experience flying drones. So now, recently we've been hearing rumors and a lot of information coming out of regulatory bodies about an upcoming release from DJI for a replacement for the Spark. There was supposed to be an event back in August where we were going to be seeing a new drone. It actually ended up being the Osmo, so we didn't get the new drone that we were expecting. But there have been lots and lots of regulatory filings for a new drone. So here are the things that we know, or at least we think we know. Number one, they're going to be using the Mavic branding for this drone. It's going to be the Mavic Mini, which I like a lot. I wasn't really sure I loved the Spark name. And I think with the success of the Mavic, both the Pro, the 2 Pro, the 2 Zoom, and the Air, that they've definitely got a good brand around that drone. And I think that if you release a smaller, less expensive Mavic, it doesn't diminish the brand quality, it just extends and really kind of grows the brand availability. Right, so we know it's going to be called the Mavic Mini, but how mini is it going to be? Well, it's going to be really, really small. We're looking at 140 by 140 millimeters. How many inches is 140 millimeters? So that is a small drone, but even better than the actual footprint and the fact that it's going to have folding props that'll come down. You know, just like the Mavic Pro that we've had before. It's all going to fold down and make it really nice, so you can get it in your bag or your case. But I think the other really cool thing about it is the weight. So the Mavic Mini is going to be under 250 grams. It's going to be 245 grams, or under 0.55 pounds. Why that's really important is that in a lot of countries, especially here in the United States, there are specific regulations that apply to drones that are over that weight limit. So if you're under 250 grams, here's what happens. You don't have to register your drone with the FAA. You don't have to mark it. You don't have to go through the whole process, whether you're a recreational or commercial pilot. So you don't have to do all of that. It removes a lot of the headache, removes a lot of the cumbersome process that you have to go through. So again, in the United States, you don't have to register the drone, and in many other countries, you won't have to go through some of the more extensive laws. So that's what makes it mini in the size department. So the question is, what did they have to do to get that weight down? From the photos that we have, it looks like this thing is made out of a resin or a very kind of low weight or lightweight plastic. Now, the photos that we have could just be, engineering samples, but they definitely had to do something to reduce the weight of the shell and the frame, which means that we might have diminished structural strength and reduced features and reduced battery life as a result. One of the things that we know for sure is that it will not have the AirSense technology that DJI has said will be included in all of their drones after January 1, 2020. But they put a caveat there and they said that it's only going to be included in drones that are over 250 grams. And I think a lot of people thought, well, how could they make a drone under 250 grams? Well, it looks like they figured it out and they didn't put AirSense in it. So with a drone that is that lightweight, that might not be as strong or able to take hits like the Mavic or the Spark, it's important to know that it looks like this drone will not have any of the side or rear impact detection sensors. It will more than likely have them on the bottom, and it'll also have them on the front, and it'll have the same vision sense technology that the drones have now, but it doesn't look like there's anything on the side or in the rear. All right, so what about flight specs? So this drone looks like it's gonna fly for about 18 minutes, which is a great improvement over the Spark, which was about 16, really more like 13 to 11. So you probably get about 14 or 15 minutes out of this one, which is really nice. Not as good as what you get out of the Mavic, but when we get to price, you'll see why that's actually not too bad of a trade-off. So how far can you go in 18 minutes? Well, this particular drone looks like it's going to have a 3.1 mile range with the remote controller. I doubt that the remote controller is going to be included, similar to the Spark. But with the remote control, it looks like 3.1 miles or 5 kilometers for those of you crazy metric people. And it looks like it's going to be able to travel 31 miles an hour, which is about what you were getting out of the Spark. I think it was a little bit slower it's been a while, but about 50 kph. All right, so while you're up in the air and you've got your 18 minutes and you've got your 3.1 miles at 31 miles an hour, what are you gonna be doing with this drone? Well, normally we're taking pictures and we're doing video. So what kind of specs are we gonna expect for video and photos on this drone? As I read through the rumored specs on this drone, it felt just like I was reading the specs on my Mavic Pro. So it looks like we're gonna get 4K 30, at 60 megabits per second with a 2.3 inch sensor. I'll be real honest, I have not been, as much as I love my Mavic, I have not been wowed by the video quality that you get out of this sensor. And that is one of the primary reasons why I am more than likely going to be replacing it here very soon with the Mavic 2 Pro with that 1 inch 20 megapixel Hasselblad sensor. I think that it's a great drone, and I think they really just absolutely smashed the mark on this drone. But the video quality for what I want to use it for could be vastly improved. My hope is that even though it won't have the same kind of bit rate that you get out of the Mavic Air or the Mavic 2 Pro or 2 Zoom, my hope really is that they have done some improvement in the sensor technology, that we're going to get something better than what we were seeing out of the Mavic Pro, the first gen Mavic Pro, or else we're really just seeing a Mavic Pro in a much smaller case. The 4K 30, I think it's also going to do 2.7K 60, 1080p 120. Again, hopefully that is improved because the lower resolution, higher frame rates in the Mavic Pro were just absolutely terrible. So hopefully that's better in this smaller drone. Rumors are also saying that this drone will not shoot RAW, though it will have a 12 megapixel sensor in it, that it won't shoot RAW, that it will only shoot JPEG, which is kind of a bummer. But again, for this price, I don't know if that's really going to be a problem for the folks who are looking to pick this up. So this thing is going to be small, it's going to be lightweight, it's going to have some kind of 2 or 3 year old features packed into it, but it's going to be cheap. So the price that's been floated for this drone is $399. So it's actually coming out $100 less than the original release price for the Spark, and right about where it was selling, right about when it went out of stock everywhere that you could buy it. So Mavic Pro specs with cheap Spark prices, and even smaller and lighter than the Spark, so you don't have to deal with the hassle of registration, and you kind of get in under the wire in terms of some of those regulations. So what do you think? I mean, this looks like a really great Christmas gift. The holidays are coming up. This is the time to buy things like this for, you know, maybe a young person who wants to get into drone photography and videography, or someone who's looking to do it recreationally and they're on a budget. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are really kind of worried or scared about the regulatory position on drones and flying them, and don't you have to get a license, and then you have to register it, and do I have to put numbers on the side and all that kind of stuff, and do I have to take a test? I'm sure there's a lot of people that would be concerned about that before they would make the purchase. So my assumption is that DJI is going to push that heavily, that is going to be the marketing push. You buy it, take it out of the box, you fly it. No registration, no license, no tests, no nothing. You buy it and fly it, and that's it. That's the tagline. Put it on the side of the box. You buy it, you fly it. That's it. So I think that's kind of where they're going to be pushing this. Is this something that you would pick up? Is this something that you're interested in? I know a lot of people on my channel are super interested in drones, drone photography, drone flying, FPV, racing, all that sort of stuff. What do you see this thing doing? Where do you see this thing falling? And do you think it's going to be successful? But mostly, are you going to get one, or are you going to get it for someone, maybe as a present, maybe as a gift for somebody? Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, hit the bell so you get the notification to let you know when I've got new videos coming out. Lots of stuff coming out soon. I'm working on a bunch of projects. I'm super excited about it. And also, I just love the gadget season. I love the holiday season. Now's the time when things really start to heat up. And I'm just super excited for it. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for checking out this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.